You know, the more we progress through this technological and digital age, the more I see life becoming more and more like an episode of Black Mirror. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with this series, Black Mirror, to put it very simply, is a series that talks about how society and AI is completely taking over society, right? But it's just funny. Sometimes you just have to sit back and laugh at the irony of life. Because here in America, we are the so called land of the free. And we love to judge other countries like China and North Korea, communist surveillance states. Oh, I could never live there. If you so much as jaywalk there, they're going to capture your face on camera and plaster it over a wall. And that's going to make your social credit score low. And when your social credit score gets too low from all these cameras tracking you, then you're going to be listed as undesirable and, uncontributing member of society. And you're going to be blocked off to certain services. It's crazy. And it's easy to point the finger when it's all the way over there when we don't realize that we are willingly and unwillingly giving away our rights where we are becoming that in real time. I have an old video talking about cameras, right? And I was like, back in my day, the cameras I had pointed outwards. We had Polaroids, we had Kodak, the little mini cameras and stuff. Everything pointed outwards, right? But now, these days, we are voluntarily walking around with a camera that not only points outwards, but we have one that's facing us all the time. And you see, we are willingly/unwillingly giving away our rights little by little under the guise of convenience or for your security, right? Because you don't want to take a selfie, you have to bend your phone around and you can't see it, so we need a camera that's facing us. But then you'll voluntarily give your facial, your biometrics away. Some of you have to use a face scan to get into your own phone. Once again, security. Once again, you do what you do. I'm just pointing some things out, But not only do we have cameras that face us all the time and face outward, but then these cameras can track our voices and record our voices all the time, whether we want to or not. You can go in and think you're turning off something in the settings, but you're not. You know what I'm saying? But not only can it track where we're going, what we see, it can track our GPS location to a T everywhere you go. When you turn your phone off, your phone isn't really off, is it? You see? But moving on from the phones, every laptop and computer is having a built-in camera in it that does tracks our face and what we're saying. So when you want to go to the spank bank, just keep in mind that camera might be on and someone's going to try to use that against you one day. I'm just saying, It's just wild, right? Moving one step further out of our house, just one step outside of your house, and this is what started this whole thought process for this video, right? In the wintertime especially, my routine is get dressed, take my herbal supplements, walk out the door and with the remote start and turn my car on. I hear the engine go on and I go back in and let my car warm up, right? But a couple of weeks ago, I open my door and I'm faced with this green light, motion detected, right? It's a Ring camera or some type of, home security camera. But I open the door and it's just a green light. So now every single morning there is a camera facing my home. Now, of course, once again, under the guise of security, they got that to hopefully anyway. I don't know if I got some CIA operatives living across from me, but they have this camera for themselves. So if someone comes and knocks on their door, they can see who's at the door. But with my door being right across from them, where's that camera pointing 24/7? Every time I walk out of my house, they get a notification that they got motion detected, and they now know every single time that I open my door. You see what I'm saying? So that's already weird. But then let's just go throughout my day. So we got the phone cameras, computer cameras, we got cameras pointing at our doors. So then now when we get in our cars, right? These Teslas got cameras that you can see for backing in. They got cameras to detect if there's, safety and security to change lanes and stuff. But now these cameras can now track people. And of course, it's a good thing that a camera can track someone who broke into your vehicle and stole it, because now we got their face and we can catch the perpetrator. But you just have to really think about everywhere you walk, there's a camera. We live in this social media age where everyone wants to record everything. It's like now we're just giving our data away, because it's like instead of you see someone getting their ass beat, you don't try to help the person. You don't try to help grandma and grandpa from getting their ass beat. You just pull your phone out Now, I get it. Once again, the dual nature of these things. Yes, you're getting evidence, you're acquiring evidence and stuff. But nowadays, people use the gun is more important than the gun these days. The phone is more important than the gun these days. Like, it's just like, huh. And it's just like, oh. Because people will change their behavior when you put that camera in their face. So it kind of goes to show you the power of these cameras. You know, I'm about to start walking around with a V for Vendetta mask and hooded up everywhere you go. But, you know, I just want to throw that out there. Just be mindful. There are cameras everywhere. So I guess the best way is just watch what you're doing. But also just realize that little by little, we're becoming the same surveillance state that we used to judge. Till the next one.